to say greetings, good evening. How's it going on this second day of July? Haha, thought I was going to mess it up, didn't you? Welcome into Beyond Ringside Live, multiple location station in play, live from Studio One, the all-new Studio One, if you will. I am the Magic City Motor Mouth Fast Study Layne, being joined by tag team partner. He is in so many locations we can't keep track. Not even the Witness Protection Program can do him justice. He is Mark MaBo Bowman.
But those bill collectors can find me, so.
No kidding.
Somebody's doing something right.
Somebody's snarking out somewhere, that's all I can say. The home's BeyondRingside.com, ProWrestlingRadio.net, the Beyond Ringside Radio app for Amazon, Android, BlackBerry. TuneIn Radio if you are over on the Apple side of life, as well as, of course, don't forget ProWrestlingRadio.net, the independent player that is built in over there, actually is Apple compatible. So just you can go to the website without having to worry about apps and just patch right on in. It's that easy. It's all safe. No malware, no software, no ransomware, no. It's all straight ahead. That's the only way that I prefer to do things. I don't.
Hey, Eddie.
Yes.
Do you know who's not Apple compatible?
Who dat?
Doctors.
I should have been ready for that one. I wasn't. I really wasn't. I should have been ready for that one.
Honestly, you never will, because you never know when the cheesy puns are going to come out.
Normally we know when the cheesy poofs are going to come out, and that's why we stay away from you when that happens.
Wait, did you say cheesy poofs or cheesy poots?
I said cheesy poofs.
No, I like cheesy poofs. Dude.
But they don't like you.
Just like real quick side note, it is a battle between, you've heard of, I don't know, or listeners, if you guys are listening, have you ever heard of Takis? T-A-K-I?
Apostrophe S, yes.
Yeah. Have you ever had any? They're
yes.
Like really like tight rolled tortillas that have been fried or whatever?
Yes.
Yeah. There is, between myself and a couple of my friends, the few that I do have, between that and Cheetos for who's putting out the better product, because it seems like everyone keeps stepping up their game.
Oh, yeah.
I personally right now am leaning more toward Takis and their hot chili lime flavor. I was showed that now Cheetos has a chili lime Cheeto. And I was told it was good. It was a step above. They said it was about 3 or 4 levels above a flaming hot Cheeto.
Okay. As far as flavor or intensity?
I would say probably flavor.
Okay.
Maybe a little bit of intensity. Maybe, intensity, maybe a little bit more. I don't know. I hadn't seen them. I've just seen like the regular jalapeno ones and your Flamin' Hots and all that. So, also, kids, I encourage you, if you're always looking for a little fun snack to make with the fam, if you will, as the kids say, the fam, get lit, then online look up homemade cheese sticks using Cheetos or cheese puffs. It's pretty awesome. I mean, it's simple. Now, kids, if you're not able to work in the kitchen, or if you're a little bit on the slow side and don't like to use oil, grease or whatever, to fry them in, like me, I don't like that. It bothers the hell out of me. It just freaks me out. There's a baking version, but it's just you crumble up finely powder the Cheetos or the cheese puffs, whatever you want to use, any flavor. You take probably get like this. You can use mozzarella, maybe like the fresh stuff, but it's simpler just to get the kind that you would use for snack packs for kids, the little string cheese. Just cut it to appropriate length, batter that some gun up in the Cheeto dust, fry it or bake it. Well, if you got to freeze it, and then fry it or bake it. Boom. That's all I'm gonna say. Boom. So, little cooking tip from your Uncle MaBo.
And we'll have that recipe available on BeyondRingside.com a little bit later on tonight.
Or you could just go look it up.
There you go.
Either one.
If they can look it up, then I ain't got to worry about it. I have a hard.
Just look it up, because
Go ahead.
No, I'm about to punch Twitter in the face hole.
Yeah, screw Twitter. First off, before I go any further, this is something I tried to get out a couple of minutes ago. Brooks Logan actually on family vacation this weekend, hoping everything is going well. Looking forward to having Brooks back in the fold in the very near future. Today could be...
That's what I was going to say when I was trying to ask you before we went live. I was like, is Brooks going to be here? Because I think he hit it kind of big on a jackpot on an Elvis slot machine earlier. And so that's why I was like, Eddie, I don't think he's going to be here.
There you go. No, actually, I was watching his Snapchat, and also from there he was out with the family. So it's like, you know something? Everybody, especially, you deserve time with the family. You deserve time with friends. Do the me thing every once in a while. It's always cool. So,
Eddie.
Yes.
You're going to offend the orphans if you keep talking like that. I
also said do the me thing.
We can't talk on the air about that.
That's not what I'm talking about.
Oh, my bad then. I thought maybe you were talking
personal time. Personal time.
Well, hey, that's what I call it.
Of course you do.
I thought you were on To Be Determined show, which you can hear every Wednesday night right here on the Beyond Ringside Radio Network. What's that start time, Eddie?
10 p.m. Eastern, 9 Central.
There you go, as Eddie says. Look, if anybody's willing to back us, because I don't know what it costs for someone to have their own Pro Wrestling Tees store, but if you would like to set up one for free to help out Beyond Ringside, maybe sponsor us and get us a Pro Wrestling Tees store. Of course, you have a shirt with a logo, but we need out of the Pro Wrestling Tees store for Beyond Ringside, if there was ever one made, a Fast Eddie Layne T-shirt. Actually, several. One, he could do his international goodbyes. The other simply states on the front, well, there you go.
Yeah, buddy.
So,
keeping the world
there you go.
Keeping the world in proper perspective. Slammiversary from Impact Wrestling, now affectionately known as Global Force Wrestling, kicks off in under 90 minutes from now. Well, I'm assuming that's the way things are going right now because Impact is pretty much with the buyout and the acquisitions and the takeovers and the paperwork and the this and that and the other thing, and Karen Jarrett sleeping with half of everybody in the office to try to get Jeff his way, which, hey.
Allegedly.
I don't care.
Eddie.
I allegedly. Yeah, I allegedly care. I mean, gee.
Eddie.
What?
Trust me on this.
Okay. I don't care. Okay. I trust you, MaBo. Allegedly. There. I said it.
Okay.
Happy now? Happy now?
Trying to save us here, buddy.
That's what we need in stencil print above the logo. Allegedly, Beyond Ringside.
Allegedly, Beyond Ringside, we may or may not be a real show.
There you go. We may be imaginary this week.
Yep.
Just depends on exactly what demons, dark angels, goblins, and spooks are actually flying around this week to try to influence the show.
Yeah, buddy.
Uh-huh. Top of the hour. But, as originally stated, I don't care if it's Impact or Global Force. It's Slammiversary coming up at 7 o'clock p.m. Central Time, 8 Eastern, live on pay-per-view. And we will be ducking out right at the top of the hour because I will be watching Slammiversary. I don't know if I'm going to be live tweeting or not. Kind of like I got a little bit, but we'll cover the card during the final half hour in round 3. But I'm going to go ahead and sit back and say this. As someone who sat through both showings last night of the New Japan live event on Access TV.
Woo, buddy.
First off, I really appreciated the show and enjoyed the hell out of it. Yes, we were entertained. Except for one little thing.
Oh. Now this I will not put any alleged referendums on it because it's the god-awful truth.
Okay. I don't follow him on Twitter. I don't follow him on social media. I don't have any direct interactions with him because right now, if I did, I'd probably have punched him. In my humble opinion, Jim Ross has taken the place of David Crockett as the most sickeningly unprofessional announcer of all time. or at least in 2017, and we still have 6 months to go. It is completely and totally disrespectful and unprofessional for the broadcast team to talk over the ring announcements, even if they're in another language. Nothing that Jim Ross or Josh Barnett had to say last night during the introductions was worth them talking over and being rude and unprofessional about the whole circumstance. You are talking to someone, and MaBo can tell you, I had a world of respect for Jim Ross for years. But last night, on the New Japan special on Access TV, considering the fact that out of how many introductions you maybe heard 2, now it's a little thing on my part, but it's a little thing called professionalism. When I am doing commentary, live or VO, voiced over, I always shut up and get out of the way for the ring announcer to do their job. That's just me, though. I believe in respecting the position. The person in the ring with the microphone doing the introductions is actually a part of the show. Now, commentators, announcers, we are support staff. I understand that. I've always understood that. But last night, for those who came back and direct messaged me or hit me on Facebook or even called me on Twitter publicly, you're entitled to your opinion. That's fine, oh dandy. I'm good with that. You can have your opinion. But I'm going to have mine. And last night, Jim Ross showed that he should simply retire. Or relearn proper etiquette and professionalism for a live or voiced over commentary run on a show. MaBo?
Well, I mean, for years I have never cared for Jim Ross for so many different reasons, both personal and from what I've seen him and heard him do professionally. I've never cared for him. To me personally, I think now when he was WCW Jim Ross, and maybe that first few years in the WWF, he was awesome. But I think just maybe the torture that McMahon put him through in real life, not this evil Mr. McMahon garbage. I'm talking in real life. The firings and the rehirings and the this and the that and all that. I think it honestly, this is my honest opinion. You can agree, you can disagree. You can disassociate yourself from myself with the show. I'm going to be honest with you. I think it twisted Jim Ross. I think, maybe even, suffering the afflictions that he has. And this is not me making a joke. It's me being serious when I say it twisted him. I don't know. I don't know what's happened, but I don't care. I haven't cared for him in a long, long time. And people could say he's the greatest commentator, in this past generation, or all this, that, and the other. No. To me, it'll always be Joey Styles. Joey Styles, for years, live on pay-per-views, for a little bit, shows, whatever, did everything single-handedly. That's just my opinion. But last night, what Jim Ross displayed, I mean, he VOs the shows for Access pretty much since they've been on there. So you would think he would know some of this stuff. Now, I know maybe, Marty Scurll has not been in New Japan for very long, but if he's supposed to be a professional, you would think he would know how to pronounce the man's name. Almost dropped the F-bomb, because that's how bad it's bothering me. You would think that if a guy comes to the ring carrying a stuffed animal, you would know why. You would at least somewhat know the moves yes, you know, you haven't been on the main stage for a while, but you've still been doing stuff, especially for New Japan. So you would think you would know the different maneuvers. You don't have to say them in the Japanese dialect. I get that. That's no big deal. Just like there's a lot of people who, when calling a Lucha Libre inspired match in the United States, you might not know the proper name, the proper lucha terms for it, so you Americanize it the best you can, but you at least have an idea. This was garbage. This was BS. This was just two guys, literally, to me, disrespecting the people watching and the people on the that were performing. The wrestlers themselves, every one of them, from top to bottom, every one of them. How
do you confuse Jay and Mark Briscoe?
Well, hold on, let me finish. Put on tremendous amounts of shows. They are the Briscoes of the Briscoe brothers, never the Briscoe boys. Their thing is Dim Boys. They were in an opening 10-man tag match with the Bullet Club. There was an 8-man tag match following that. Jim Ross, and roughly paraphrasing, Eddie, you might want to help me out here, said, "Wow, this was what an opening contest." WTF!
What a way to kick off what a way to kick off the show.
What a way to kick off the show. Yes, thank you. Because at this point I was hot, so I didn't want to deal with anybody. But how do you sit there and completely ignore 10 guys, one of whose name you mispronounced multiple times? How do you ignore that? How do you forget that happened? I mean, and then what Josh Barnett said.
Juice Robinson?
About Juice Robinson. I'm trying to calm myself before I get going. Just trying to calm down. And I know we've only got about 10 minutes left. And once again, Eddie, you might want to help me out here because I'm paraphrasing. Jim Ross roughly said something about Juice Robinson having a strong female following, and then to which Josh Barnett replied roughly, "Well, with those rainbow striped trunks, he probably has a strong male following."
No, maybe he'll develop a strong male following.
Yes, maybe he'll develop a strong male following. And then he mumbled something else, and Jim Ross, I guess, maybe questioned. He goes, "Oh yeah." Because at this point, I'd already gone livid. I was starting to black out from the anger. How are you going to put that man on blast and question his sexuality, whether you know what it is or not? Who do you think you are? Seriously, who is Josh Barnett? I know he's supposed to be some MMA guy and this, that, and the other. But who does he think he is?
He's the color analyst for New Japan Pro Wrestling is who he is.
He couldn't analyze a coloring book.
I like that one. That's a good one.
But, I mean, it's just...
I mean, look, I'm not perfect, not by any stretch of the imagination. I make my mistakes when I'm making calls. I mean, I have an average of 3 per show. But last night was just absolutely horrible. For New Japan's first outing in the United States of America, live television, I'm sorry, you would have thought that Jim Ross and Josh Barnett would have taken more time to genuinely sit down, do a little bit more homework, figure some things out. I mean, if you've got a person that you've never worked with and you blow the name of their finishing maneuver, that's one thing. But if you worked with somebody 20 times, whether it's live or voiced over, that means you've had the opportunity to remember what they do and how they do it. I'm sorry. It sounded like 2 guys from the 70s getting high off their ass and shooting the bull last night with maybe 1 or 2 minutes of pro wrestling action called. It was bad. I'm still trying to figure out. I've missed it the second time, and I forgot to rewind and look. Did actually Jim Ross make the comment about Ishii? He's a piece of GD furniture?
I was at that point. I had just it was playing, but I was checked out at this point. I was talking to the guinea pigs and looking at them, saying, "Are you watching this crap?" And they looked at me like, "We know."
But realizing we had about 5 left in this segment. 1, the second half of the show was much better than the first. Main event, I've got to sit back and say this. The action in and of itself, Okada Cody, it was a solid match with the exception of the times that they tried to artificially infuse drama. I understand that the struggle between Kenny and Cody is coming. Or actually, it's here. But to put everything in play the way they did, it cheapened the match. When Okada and Cody were going back and forth with each other as far as action goes, was great. Loved it. But when they kept trying to shift the focus of the match to continuing to build a storyline for a future reference point, i.e. the next day, today, Sunday, July 2nd, it took away from the match. This is your first live outing on American soil. You have to be careful how you handle this. Now, the only other thing that I'm going to lay out there, I'm not a huge fan of multiple multi-man tag matches. When you have 2 going back-to-back, look, that venue can only hold so many people, and I don't know and don't care how much the tickets were. If I'd have been there, I'd have bought the ticket. I don't care. And I understand it's the first outing. You want to try to get as much of the talent on the show as possible. But when you have back-to-back 10, then 8-man tags, and then you had another one a little bit later, it's like you're over-gimmicking. Because you're not doing a good job for the people who are finally there to see the show live in person, to immerse themselves in a true storyline or angle. Because it's coming across like a circus. The first round matchups for the New Japan US title, those 4 matches, well done. Tag team title match, oh hell yes. War Machine God, hell yeah. I can watch that again, and did. Okada Cody, loved it. Like I said, with the exception of what I said a minute ago. But the multi-person tag matches, it just seemed like we're just going to cram as many people on this show as we can in these many matches just to see if we can try to get as many guys either exposure, notoriety, or a payday.
Well, hold on. Let me correct you real quick.
Okay.
That's actually kind of the norm on New Japan cards.
Well, I know that.
To have multiple man matches. So, I mean, they were kind of sticking to the format, plus, Bullet Club sells merch. So, I don't know. And then that was the other thing that they kept saying, and they repeated it multiple times, saying that Wilson and Goblin was the NWO DX.
Yeah, that had to be one of the dumbest things that I've heard any commentator say in my life.
If anybody who's followed when New Japan when Bullet Club got big and broke out, they're going, you could literally see the 2 sweet signs and the crotch chops and the suckets and the. Never mind. Look, we're about to have
I know
an awesome guest coming up, and I'm not going to let the negativity of the commentary bring me down.
I'm just going to let me run this one real quick, and I'm going to follow up on what you said. When Jim Ross said twice now, folks, twice, that I'm really getting, I'm starting to get fumed about it all over again, and I don't need to.
You're starting to get steamed too.
When Jim Ross said on 2 different occasions during the match that Los Ingobernables, mother boos.
Ingobernables.
I know.
But you can't just say like I abbreviated IN whatever I said.
ING period, yeah. Ingobernables. There you go. Whatever. Had a DX NWO feel. I almost threw something at the television set going, please get the stupidity off my speakers. I would have rather watched a really bad episode of Charmed than hear him say that.
You know what? I'm going to start saying that Biz and his mentor, Mr. Raj, they've got that Four Horsemen feel to it.
Yes, they do. Yes, they do. Folks, tell you what, we are going to take at the top of the hour. Yes.
I was going to say, and if Brooks just heard that, he probably just
he probably just threw up in his mouth.
They just threw something at the wall.
Okay, folks, hang tight. We are going to take the top of the hour break. When we come back, we have the return of an old friend and a very special guest. This is Beyond Ringside Live on the Beyond Ringside Radio Network and ProWrestlingRadio.net.
Hello, everybody out there. This is Universal Soldier Phil Shatter, also TNA Gunner. 2 years in the making as NWA National Heavyweight Champion, making my way to the top as #1 in the world. And you are locked in to Beyond Ringside.
When planning your next party or special event, insist on the best. Full Range Entertainment is a professional entertainment company providing a full range of services. From professional disc jockeys and MCs to catering and photography, when the details of your special day must be perfect, call us first. Wedding receptions, corporate parties, school functions, birthday celebrations, and more. We also have Birmingham's largest selection of karaoke tracks available. With over 40 years combined experience, Full Range Entertainment can provide you with the talent and professionalism you need and deserve to make your next event one you'll never forget. For more information on the full range of services we offer, call 533-HITS. That's 533-HITS. Or check us out on our website at fullrangeentertainment.com.
This is Jim Cornette. You are locked into the show of all time, Beyond Ringside.
Howdy, friends. This is the Magic City Motormouth, Fast Eddie Layne, with your invitation to join yours truly, along with Mark MaBo Bowman and the Oracle of Ominous, the Wicked Nemesis, every Sunday night, 6:30 p.m. Eastern, 3:30 p.m. Pacific, for Beyond Ringside Live. Wrestling, mixed martial arts, sports talk, and a whole lot more. Keep your eyes open on BeyondRingside.com for all of upcoming show information, and, of course, catch us on social media as well. Until then, we'll see you this Sunday, 6:30 Eastern, for Beyond Ringside Live on the Beyond Ringside Radio Network.
This is Dr. Tom Pritchard, and if you want to listen to the best in professional wrestling, get locked in to Beyond Ringside.
Here we go. 6 minutes after the top of the hour on the live side, and whatever time it is, if you're listening on the pre-recorded side, congratulations, you can tell time. Which actually, you're one up on me. I had to have somebody tell me it was 7 after the top of the hour. Haha. Welcome back into Beyond Ringside Live. I am Fast Eddie Layne, being rejoined by tag team partner Mark MaBo Bowman. Well, we've lost MaBo. He's gone bye-bye. Fine. You do the introduction. No. You do the introduction. You need the practice.
I can't. Oh, I need you to change the cough button to the laugh button.
Hell no. You're doing the introduction. You need the practice.
I'm good.
Nope.
Let's go.
Yep. You're right. We're
Eddie.
good. Ladies and gentlemen,
Eddie,
as stated.
Not in front of the Goblins.
There you go. As stated before the break, the return of an old friend. And I will sit back and say this. There is only 438 types of death that we know of. And 436 of them you can't come back from. But he found a way to come back from number 439, making the return to Beyond Ringside Live. Kobald, how you doing?
I'm okay.
You took that
How
page.
are you humans doing tonight, or today, or this evening, whatever time zone you may be located in?
Trust me, I'm in between time zones right now. I've been having fun with that. With the parallel dimensions dropping down on each other and creating the chronological and temporal conflicts. It's like, dude, I got time. I'm going to the Golden Corral. Either that or I'm going to go raid the Pop-Tart Owl.
it's really similar to some people who are like, I'm in between jobs.
Yes, I'm between temporal anomalies. Now, let me go ahead and do this. You have been all over again. For someone who's just, not too far back being resurrected, you've just picked right back up where you left off and are all over the doggone place. What kind of
indeed.
What kind of travel agent does a goblin use?
Well, you see, do you remember Veronica Ticklefeather?
Very well.
Well, sometimes she still, puts the dates on the calendar for the goblin.
Ah!
You gotta keep her working,
Yeah, it disappeared off the face of the earth, too. Well,
she showed up last weekend, and,
Chris Bryan from AIW's funeral.
Yeah, we stopped him. She came out of the woodwork.
Now,
well, next time you speak with her, tell her we said hey.
Please.
I won't remember. Just kidding. I'll tell her.
Now, I've got to ask all over again with everything happening, because you've been in the middle of some prime circumstances in different areas. I know you're getting ready to make some major appearances: North Carolina, Alabama, Pennsylvania, just among three of them right off the top of my head. I mean, the durability that you've put forth in this circumstance, whether you've been the third man, the first man, the second man in any particular match, does it seriously, how much does it genuinely take its toll on you to keep a travel schedule like that?
I'm getting a lot better at it.
When I first started, I didn't even know where I was on any given weekend. I just knew that
I gotta leave the weekend open.
sometimes I didn't even have anything going on, but I'll just be like, well, I'm gonna go.
I just keep my bag packed and hopefully a decent enough pair of gear
The wrestling, because you know how people get, oh, your gear is stinky, I don't know about you. Oh, I'm gonna stick to this match, and you feel like onions.
Well, now I keep a nice set of gear. I keep a backpack. I got a nice calendar.
It's not too bad. I'm managing well now.
MaBo?
Now, Kobald, it's for those who have not been keeping up since your untimely demise at the hands of Deucalion, and I know this might bring up some bad memories, and I do apologize. You were let's just say not of this earth for 18 months, and then due to an injury to Ultramantis Black during the Challenge of the Immortals, you were resurrected. Correct?
Oh, indeed. Oberon and Kodama made a pact
That they would only deal with Ultramantis under one condition, but they didn't tell the wide audience
until it was time to act on their demand.
and it was to bring Kobald back.
So Ultramantis had some seeds that he had to flush down a toilet, and he waited 14 nights, and on the 14th night, and the moon and the stars aligned, and some other garbage that I don't remember because it's so complicated.
And even the most thorough of fans does not understand. But, lo and behold, Reading, Pennsylvania popped up.
Which a lot of garbage apparently pops up in Reading, Pennsylvania. It's a little spitting.
Then I make my return.
And then from there, you finished out Challenge of the Immortals, and at the end of that season, Hallowicked, I don't know if you would say changed Ultramantis Black, transferred the power of Nazmul Doom through the Eye of Tyr, but that was no longer the Ultramantis Black that we knew. And then that slowly started to affect you when he started, assembling his House of Rot, or his Hexed Men, if you will.
Yes, what happened was they took Oberon and Kodama
And the doctors come back out of them. It took us about 5-7 years.
to acclimate ourselves in Chikara and become,
Nice, quote unquote.
well, I thought that maybe they were possessed.
So I tried to knock some sense into them. I got to slap the crap out of them to try to bring it out of them.
But I had no idea that the power of Nosferatu was bringing out the evil.
And they grabbed me, and they did the same thing. They made the evil come out of Kobald.
The same way I was so many years ago.
And luckily, at the season finale in Chicago,
Ophidian was able to break the hex that was put over us by Nosferatu.
And freed Ultramantis from Nosferatu's possession.
But in that time, though, if I'm not mistaken, if I remember reading your tweets and your Facebook posts correctly, which, by the way, you have impeccable writing for a goblin, and kudos to you. You evolved, correct? If I'm not mistaken, to a Giga Demon or a Giga Goblin.
The first Giga Goblin in 1,000 years.
Yes. But like you said, Ophidian broke the power. You were quote unquote free, but then the voices stopped, and that's when things got really deep.
Well, certainly when you have a voice that's in your head.
I have many voices in my head, let's be honest.
But now there was one that would tell me what to do, and
it would hurt me if I did not do what it told me to do.
And then it was gone.
And my normal voice was split into two.
And there was also another entity
just watching over, not saying anything.
It was really weird for about 6 months.
Where I didn't know if I was supposed to be on this side.
Or if I was supposed to be on this side.
If I was going to be a good goblin.
Or an evil goblin.
No, it was kind of rough. And nobody would help me. Nobody for 6 months.
Until Ole came.
And Ole, he kind of put Kobald back together again.
And now you have, I would say inadvertently put you back together, inadvertently fixed you, because he did not want to, because it would involve harming you, and that is a pledge he made he would not do to you when you guys were a member of the Arcane Horde during Challenge of the Immortals, and you kept goading him and begging him to fix you, and then he did. And now, would you say you guys are the best of friends?
Well, I would consider us friends, but I don't think he enjoys my company.
But he will. So I'm going to keep giving him presents.
And I'm just going to keep showing up and showing my love for him, my affection. And then hopefully, I'll win him over.
It's starting to work, I think, because we have a tag match
this coming weekend, July 8th,
against the Hawks,
the Cyberhawks 2000.
So once we win that match, we'll get towards the tag championships.
And then we'll win the second point, and then the third point, and then the titles.
And then you can't help but to like Kobald, right?
That's how it works, right? That's how friendship works. You gotta come, you gotta get somebody, and you gotta give them a reason to like you, right? That's how it works.
That sounds like an awesome plan to me. Eddie?
I've just been going in so many different directions listening. It's like, damn. Now, noting the fact you brought up the North Carolina run for Chikara this coming weekend, the new Mid-Atlantic Sportatorium, there's actually going to be a double bill for Chikara this coming Saturday in North Carolina. You've got the Parting of Ways, which is going to be in Gibsonville, but you've also got the Lodger that is going to be also in Gibsonville. Now, are you going to be a part of both events, or are you going to be a part of the Parting of Ways?
I know I'll be at the 2 o'clock show.
I'm not certain about the 7 o'clock p.m. show. There might be,
an added match, or, what do they call it?
The encore match will be added, but that's always a surprise, so I'm not allowed to tell.
Now, for me personally, I'm not that familiar with Cyberhawks 2000.
Cyberhawks, Eddie.
Say what? Did I say Kyber or Cyber?
You said Kyber.
Okay, and that is where I'm wrong, because the fact that I'll tell you the truth, because in another browser I was over at Kyber's at Kyberlight, and I was looking at a lightsaber that I was going to buy next week. But my bad. Sorry.
Hey, Oleg, maybe, just maybe, because Kobald, because I know Oleg, he's barbarian Viking type. I'm not sure if you guys got Star Wars on Blood Island, but maybe you could buy him a lightsaber and it will help with his beheadings.
Maybe. Do you think he'll like that? His favorite color is gold.
Maybe I can find a gold lightsaber.
You know what? I think that and a bag of onions might be a good start.
Bag of onions.
Indeed.
Okay, bag of onions.
Now,
bag of flour, and a dozen eggs. You can turn around and make homemade onion rings.
Well, I mean, we had Oleg. Yeah.
Does he like onion rings?
I think he just like straight, just raw onions. But speaking of onions, I believe that's one of the toppings. You guys are going to be in North Carolina, and a little cheap plug here for Bryce and Mr. Quackenbush. Deep Blue Something, their podcast, they talk about whenever Chikara rolls into North Carolina, they love to attend cookout and get the various milkshakes and the food or whatever. You know, being a goblin, I know you have different tastes, but how do you feel about cookout?
Excuse me, that's Giga Goblin to you.
Indeed.
Well, you see, I'm not a big fan of this fast food crap.
I like my food slow cooked.
Left out in the sun for days, weeks,
months.
But if I have to eat some garbage, I might as well eat at cookout, right? It's like the highest form of garbage.
So I'll eat the burgers that are charcoaled and blackened.
And what do they call those things? They're like fries, but they're made of chicken.
Chicken fingers?
Yeah, those things. I'll eat those as well, but it's not my favorite. And the milkshakes I stay away from because I'm lactose intolerant.
Wow, I did not know that goblins are lactose intolerant.
Well, I can't speak for all goblins.
I mean, usually I do.
But I know I cannot have cheese and milk and cheese and milky cheese and cheese milk and buttermilk.
Oh, my heart goes out to you, man. I'm now sad.
I don't miss it.
Eddie, you're going to have to carry this on. I'm brokenhearted knowing that my favorite goblin cannot have
dairy products.
I still eat ice cream, though.
There you go. You must have heard the ice cream.
You got that right.
Dude, you must have heard the ice cream truck going in front of Studio One just now. It just went by. Now, lo and behold.
Chocolate chip cookie dough. That's my jam.
Okay, I'm saving that soundbite right there.
Since you bring the...
Go ahead, baby. Go ahead.
Kobald, since you bring up, you like chocolate chip cookie dough. Have you ever tried Ben and Jerry's ice cream?
Possibly.
I don't look at the label.
Well, they have one. It's called Milk and Cookies, and it's a combination of their chocolate chip cookie dough ice cream and Eddie, what do you cookies and cream ice cream merged together, and it is awesome.
Perhaps I will try that. Maybe some fan would like to bring it this weekend.
Tell you what.
You know what? Maybe a fan will. Yes.
I have a question. Since we're on the food thing, I'm going to totally go off the rails on this one. Kobald, let's shoot straight. When the time comes that you grow weary of this sport and this industry known as professional wrestling, if you were to well, there you go. A lot of us are the same way. If you were to ever consider the idea of your own cooking show from the sewers of Blood Island, what would be the first thing you would prepare?
Baby goat fetuses.
I know the baby and the fetus is kind of redundant, but it's the littlest of the goat fetus.
MaBo? And who would you most like to cook alongside? Guy Fieri? Or, oh, God, I was going to say...
No way. That guy knows the crap out of me. Oh. What's the guy that eats all the weird stuff?
Anthony Hamilton? No, that's a different story. I know. No, it is Hamilton. I was thinking Bourdain at first, but saying Hamilton. The one who does all the exotic foods? Okay, by our standards, exotic foods.
Okay, I'm back.
Okay. Kind of like the trip to Singapore when he actually dissected and ate the inside of a beetle.
Inside of a beetle?
Yeah, he
Like
roasted.
a Volkswagen?
No, bug beetle.
Oh, okay.
The winged
That
one.
sounds way more delicious than, a car full of elderly people.
Yeah, that's true too. No, we kind of shy away from eating the elderly around here.
Speak for yourself.
What is that?
There went MaBo. Go ahead, MaBo.
Now, obviously, you've got the doubleheader in Gibsonville coming up next weekend, Saturday, but to be specific. And then from there, you move on to, is it IWA Deep South? Or are you going to be...
Excellence is having a show. I'd be remiss if I didn't talk about that.
Because I played a big part in Excellence.
In the last, I'd say 3 years or so.
Right.
The show's on 8/12.
Right. And that show will
They're
be
doing a special show. They're doing
a seminar in the morning.
and the seminar basically it's going to be
Mike Quackenbush, and it's going to be Vlad.
You know Vlad, the announcer.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
And there's also going to be Bryce Rumsford.
You know the ref.
Sure.
Each one of them is having a seminar of their own.
And you're allowed to pay to come in.
And you can either watch the seminar
or participate.
And I think the only thing that they're looking for right now is refs, because everything else is already booked off.
But you can pay to watch it as well, and then you'll be included in the process of
selecting the people in the seminar
to participate in the matches later on that evening.
And there's like a discounted rate where you could go to the seminars.
And also watch the show later in the evening.
So all the information is on excellenceprofessionalwrestling.com.
I know it's so long.
But you can look them up on Twitter or Facebook.
And then, or just come to my Twitter. I'm at Kobald6.
And I'll tell you all the information.
But it should be a good time. It should be a really different situation, because how often do you get to see wrestlers train live?
That's right. That is Fandemonium. Fandemonium coming up. I know that there is a contingent of wrestlers coming up from here in Alabama to the seminar, and
indeed,
I will be.
Cabana Man Dan.
Yep, Cabana Man Dan, and I will be joining them.
Zombie Dragon.
Yes, Zombie Dragon. Prime time. Yes.
Yeah, he's a good guy. They're all good guys.
Yeah. You just gave me the idea.
Oh, yeah, and I will be joining them because in hopes that I will be joining Vlad's announcer seminar.
Oh, that's fantastic.
So,
he's surprisingly really a great teacher.
And he has a lot to offer.
You wouldn't think so just by his outward appearance, but if you've seen Chikara shows,
you know of his particular skills.
And what he's able to do, he's such an important part.
Maybe the most important part of the show
is the announcer. And Excellence needs an announcer.
Yes, I would agree. The announcer is very important. Definitely keeps the energy up and helps convey, everything going on. He's literally almost the walking exposition at times. And Fast Eddie Layne, he can attest to it as well, because he has done announcing here for various companies in Alabama and
the
in
Southeast.
Georgia.
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Global Championship Wrestling, Peach State Wrestling Alliance, Atlanta Wrestling Entertainment, just to name a few.
Yep. And hopefully I will...
Go ahead.
I was just saying, hopefully, I've dabbled in it a little bit. I've worked a couple of shows, done announcing for them, and hopefully I will, when I come up there, I can get into the seminar, and I will learn from Vlad and take what he teaches and apply it in my next outing. And like I said, I think what Excellence is doing, I think it's amazing. And I think it's an opportunity because a lot of wrestlers, there's a lot of seminars for wrestlers, but there are very few for referees and even fewer for announcers. So I think this is great, and I think it's awesome that Mr. Quackenbush and Bryce and Vlad are taking the time out to do this, and I think it's awesome.
Right. And like you said, it's a special opportunity. It's like once in a lifetime. You get this particular event that's going on to have a seminar with 3 different aspects, and you're able to watch it as a fan, and then able to participate in booking the matches at the show later on. So maybe you'll get the spot as the announcer, and maybe Cabana Man Dan and the rest of the Alabama car will get signed on as wrestlers. And then I'll see you on 9/9. Hopefully, if my calendar works in the favor. Because that's the return date, the actual return date of Excellence, the return to our normal basis. Because Pandemonium, let's face it, it's a little different than the normal Excellence show. But 9/9 is a return to what they've been doing. And they've been doing something pretty special and excellent. They want to do something that they can be proud of. They want to make the wrestlers happy. They make us really happy. They feed us. They take care of us. They give us good pay. And it's able to just one person help another and to give the fans such a great experience similar to Chikara, which is just giving everything to the fans to make them happy, to give them an experience that they can go home happy with. And a lot of places don't do that.
Right.
Let's be honest. Last time you see a show and you're just happy with the entire product? Not too often, right? There's always something going on that just, at the end of the show, you're like, oh, was that worth it? Excellence is worth it. Chikara's worth it. Hopefully, IWA Deep South, when we return down there on August 19th, it'll be the same way. When you leave the show and you're like, that was a show that was worth my money.
Do me a favor, let me go ahead and get this one in because you make the reference to August the 12th. That is going to be at Forest Lodge, 2118 Old Bethlehem Pike in Sellersville, 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 Pennsylvania, zip 18960. Once again, you've heard them talk about it. The seminar featuring Vlad, Bryce Remsburg, and of course Mike Quackenbush, former NWA World Junior Heavyweight Champion, Lightning Mike Quackenbush, that is. Of course, that seminar is only $25. From there, the seminar is 1 o'clock to 4 o'clock p.m. Also, fans 18 years of age and older are welcome to observe the seminar. Once again, the tickets for the seminar, though, are $25 each. The live event itself is going to be 7 o'clock p.m. that night, August 12th. Doors going to open at 6:30 p.m., if they are still available. Front row seating, $20. General admission, $15. Children under 12, that would be 11 on down, which normally don't taste good even with Kraft barbecue sauce. But children under 12 are free with paid adult general, but that is general admission only.
Try it.
I normally save that for duck, but I don't barbecue duck. I just fricassee it.
Duck is so greasy.
Just depends on how you do it. I prefer open flame. I'll never skilletize a duck. I do. Open flame is so much better. And, of course, I also take your philosophy. There are some things that are just better if you are in a hot climate. If you just go ahead and strip it down, lean it out, and let it sit on the rock for 2-3 days until it just actually has that perfect aroma to it.
It also works in cold climate, too. Let's be honest.
Yeah, but it takes longer because, you want to get the internal temperature of the meat up to a reasonable degree. Because the last thing you want, even on certain carcasses, you don't want to take a chance on food poisoning. You want it to cook through and through.
Oh, do not deny me of the food poisoning. I take the leg of whatever animal I have sitting, and you just shake it once, the meat fall off. That's when you know it's good.
Kids?
Don't do the internal temperature crap. Just shake the meat. If it falls off, then you know it's ready.
We are from different parts of the family tree. He is on the goblin side. I'm on the dark angel side. And somewhere in between, we'll find a demon that's related to both of us. Kind of like MaBo, who is an imp. Kind of like MaBo, who is an imp more than anything else. But he doesn't really qualify in the gnome or pixie category, so we leave him over there with the imps.
I'm a cousin of the gargoyle. I don't even know where to start with him.
I think I dated his cousin. But
and Eddie, just a little quick referendum or just a little addendum here.
Sure.
You said the prices was 25 for the seminar. It's actually 30.
Okay, I'm going off the Excellence Professional ExcellenceProfessionalWrestling.com website. I'm looking at the poster that they've got up. So if I misquoted, I apologize. I'm just going with what they have up there on the website.
Yes,
I also believe it was 25, but if you send them an email, they will situate it all for you.
Yes, it's either 25 or 30. One of us is right, and the other one needs to go.
Water.
Yes.
Now, and of course, you made a reference to being back down this way in our neck of the woods, so to speak, with IWA Deep South, with the Softcore Cup coming up a little bit later. I believe that is going to be August the 19th. Damn, what time of year is this?
Yeah, I don't got my October schedule. Don't try to book me for that far ahead.
Hey, mo money. Mo Pop-Tarts.
I might Matt Riddle it.
You keep the Pop-Tarts and Lego my ego. And we'll definitely, like I said, if as time gets closer, you know the door is always open. Love to have you come back on as we get closer to the date for Excellence as well as IWA Deep South. If that can be arranged, love to have you come back in.
Sounds good. You can have me anytime, just as long as I'm not already booked somewhere else.
There you go. MaBo, last round.
Oh, well, I don't want to end on such a down note.
Well, if you want a good laugh, we could actually ask Kobald if he would like to be the celebrity guest picker for our Slammiversary predictions.
No, nobody wants to pick that. It's a scab that needs to be left alone.
Oh, come on.
But now Kobald, I know there has been, at one point yourself and Obarian and Kodama were very close. And as we all know, tragedy befell Kodama. But you and Obarian, do you still remain in contact? I know you're kind of on two different sides at the moment, but is that kinship still there?
Unfortunately not. We do not speak.
He holds a certain grudge. He does not understand why I did not come out to stop Frightmare from destroying Kodama. And
quite frankly, I'm not ready to talk to him about it yet. I need to come to grips with my own decisions.
I decided to side with the rats.
And really, Halloween and Frightmare, I don't want to cross them. If I cross them, I
don't even think about it.
I made the decision to side with them and just leave it at that.
Fair enough. I just know that you guys were one of my favorite trios, and when everything fell apart, even when you were under the thrall of Mouth Muldoon, that's just I held out hope that you guys would at least be happy and together, even if you were on the darker side. But when you fell apart, it tore me up, and I guess this was maybe not the answer I was looking for, but at least it brought closure. And
well, perhaps the Legion of Rat will be your new favorite trio.
Perhaps the Legion of Rat might actually win something.
Maybe Kings of Trios. Maybe perhaps the Campeones de Parejas.
Maybe Tag World Grand Prix.
I mean, already we're more we have more
accomplishments than the Bacteria because Halloween was Grand Champion not once, but twice.
So perhaps this was a
better choice for Kobald.
Maybe so.
And do me a favor, let me go ahead and ask, how can everybody track you down on social media?
Well, all my social medias, I'm at Kobald6. It's KOBALD and number 6.
So that's Instagram, that's Facebook, that is Twitter.
Then I'm probably also on LinkedIn if you want a professional reference. I'm also probably on MySpace if you're still into that.
Yeah.
So look me up, add me, say something not negative, and I will respond. If you send something negative, I will send a body to your house with tags on the toes.
So just be nice, and I'll be okay back to you. I can't say I'll be nice to you back.
And for booking,
please email me at demonstoilet@gmail.com.
Or you can hit me up on Twitter. Don't DM me. I don't check my DMs. There's a lot of lewd crap that ends up in my DMs, surprisingly, for a toilet demon.
Score 6 points. You win. You go to the bonus round. It is a definite pleasure to have you come back on. And like I said, don't be such a stranger. Love to have you come back on anytime. You know, I've said this, and folks, longtime listeners know this. I believe in being shameless. And when we have a guest, the caliber of Kobald, I invite Kobald to be... Yes. You are off air, we said this, and I'll say this on air. In our opinion, mine and MaBo's, you have got to be one of the coolest interviews that we have done in the time that we have been teamed up to do this show.
Oh, you're just saying that.
No, I'm not. If you're
yeah, to all the people I call in.
Dude, I'll put it this way. Kobald, I put the time that you spend with us on the same level as Ox Baker.
Whoa, and he's dead. Imagine that. I got time to get a better one than him.
And on that note, ladies and gentlemen, our very special guest and longtime friend Kobald has just gone beyond ringside once again. Hang tight. We will be back. The home run round right here on Beyond Ringside Live right after this. Hey, Mike Quackenbush. Say it again.
Deuces.
Hey, Mike Quackenbush. Tell everybody what they're listening to.
Ladies and gentlemen, wrestling fans from around the world, I'm Lightning Mike Quackenbush, the master of 1,000 holes, and you're locked in for Beyond Ringside.
The To Be Determined show live Wednesday nights, 9 Central Standard Time. Join myself, the Oracle of Ominous, the Wicked Nemesis, the Grand Design, Clyde Braddock, and the Magic City Runner, Fast Eddie Layne, as we take you to the edge of uncensored. Yes, we go uncensored, so make sure you have your earmuffs. Ask your parents, for those of you that are a little young, maybe under 18, but make sure if you have any heart conditions or any mental defects, please listen, because they may take effect right here live every Wednesday night, 9 Central Standard Time. Beyond Ringside Radio Network, beyondringside.com.
This is Merciless Ray Mercer, Olympic gold medalist and board member of Find a Dream, and you're locked into Beyond Ringside.
This is Danny Cage from the world famous Monster Factory, and you're locked in to Beyond Ringside.
Everybody, it's Chikara's finest, the chocolate ice cream dream, the backcourt bandit, Sugar Dunkerton, letting you know that you are locked in to Beyond Ringside. Shoot, shoot, shoot. Do not turn that dial.
It's me. It's that D to the O to the double G, always sitting next year, near doggy style, the road dog Jesse James, and you're locked in to Beyond Ringside. Get it? Got it? Good.
Here we go. Home run round on this Sunday night thing. Quick program note from this vantage point. If you're listening on the live side on this second day of July 2017, the guys from Corner to Corner are setting ready to go live in about an hour and 13 minutes from right now. And I'm also in talks for a special return to Sundays to make it the trifecta, the triple play. There is a chance. We're still working on the logistics about the Midnight Black Mass coming back to Sunday for tonight. The minute I wrap up here, it's the new Studio One. I'm actually going to be on the road. So I'll be out of town for the next couple of days, but I'll be back in time to to produce for the To Be Determined show this coming Wednesday night. So once again, if you're listening on the live side, and like I said, if you're not listening live, hi there, how you doing? But if you're listening live, Corner to Corner goes live at 9 p.m. Eastern, 8 Central, and we're working on the final notes for the Midnight Black Mass. So we'll keep you posted. Slammiversary kicking off in just a few minutes, live on pay-per-view. My cable box is ready. I have to be very meticulous about the words that I choose to use when MaBo's on the line, because he can take he's like I am. We can take almost the most innocuous comment or statement and just totally twist it and turn it around to where you're going to sit back and go, did I really say that? MaBo's a genius at that.
I'm just focusing on the fact that you almost said your box was ready.
There you go. I knew it. I see. Told you. Thank you to Kobald for coming on board tonight. Always great. Always a hell of a lot of fun. Not kidding when we sit back and say one of our favorite interviews, due to the fact that we never know what he's going to say, never know how he's going to say it. There are so many voices, and we probably heard about 7 of them tonight. Right, Mark?
It's always great talking to them.
Yeah, there you go. More personalities than the Brady Bunch.
Now, I know you want to roll into predictions for TNM Pack.
No. Just simply say Slammiversary.
But before we roll into that, little preface here, because we haven't had a chance to talk about it since everything happened. Impact Wrestling, formerly TNA, owned by Anthem,
damn owl.
Acquired the... Huh?
That damn owl.
Yes. Acquired the rights and everything from Jeff Jarrett for Global Force Wrestling. And we're all thinking, okay, well, they're just going to, since they've had all the titles on there and everything, they're just going to go ahead and bring everything in and do unification matches. Impact will still be around. Technically, TNA's legacy will still be around. I believe, as Stone Cold would say, come find out, what was it, Friday?
Yep.
Jeff Jarrett and Anthem finally, after 15 years?
Yeah.
TNA technically
is dead.
It took forever, but TNA is dead. It is dead. It is now completely and 100% equivocably rebranded as Global Force Wrestling. Now, Anthem will still be they still own everything, or the rights or whatever, and Jeff Jarrett, and I don't know their legal mumbo jumbo deals, but the show will be the television show on what the hell channel are they on? What is it, the former TV Guide channel?
It's called Pop TV.
Pop, yeah. Hey, look, that used to be I just know that as the former TV Guide channel.
There you go, and that's what it is, the former TV Guide channel.
It's the former TV Guide channel. But with DVRs and stuff, people don't need a TV Guide channel anymore. So it will go back to, it will still remain being Impact, which it was before. That's what the television show was before, when TNA was still around. So it's no longer Impact Wrestling. Who knew it at one point, one company could exist as under 3 different names almost?
Yep.
There's something else I could say, but I'm not going to say it. I'll tell Eddie off there. But so it is now Global Force Wrestling, and if you read the statement that Jeff Jarrett put out, it's they're choosing to go with the Global Force, the global aspect of it, the global name. Oh, look, a promoter using the term global and actually being global. Not taking a shot, but
liar.
With deals that they have with I believe CMLL in Mexico. Are they working? And I think maybe they've even working with New Japan possibly, but that's really more Ring of Honor. So, but they're setting up various working relationships with companies in Europe, in Japan, in Mexico, Canada. By the way, happy Canada Day, 150 years. How's it going, eh? So, but, so now that Global Force can now truly call itself global. So I don't know if this is going to usher in a new era. Maybe they will go back to the prominence and the awesomeness that was TNA back in its heyday. I do find it kind of messed up, though, that Global Force hired a lot of great independent talent when they were, a singular entity, and I guess they're not being. Some are being brought in, but most are not, which kind of sucks. But hey, that just means this independent talent will not be, held to restrictions in their contract, and they can actually go other places and make, better money.
Don't know that yet.
I don't know if I'd say more money. Huh?
Don't know that yet.
Well, that's what I'm saying. But, I know there's a couple that I know that I have in mind that were part of Global Force, the original run, and then they were not brought in for this run. So, and hopefully we can just go ahead and get all this kerfuffle about the different titles resolved, and there could be, X number of belts established, which I hope they keep the X Division title over whatever their flippy dippy title was. Because
the next gen title.
The X. Yeah, because I don't like
next gen.
I don't like that. Huh?
I actually do.
See, I mean, I know. At least keep that for the peoples. Don't worry about this global title or Impact title or whatever secondary title it was. At least keep it as Knockouts and X Division.
Sometimes you have to let go of things.
I know. But on to the predictions, my friend.
Yeah, I think we may have enough time.
Well, I don't really care, and I'm not watching, so
I'm going to, and I'm hoping, I'm praying that this is going to be good. Now, there are some matches I don't give a rat's ass about. There are some scenarios and storylines I don't care, but there are some talents on this show that I really hope do well.
Exactly. I mean, if nothing else, if we're going to shoot straight, be honest.
Yeah.
I hope that this is the start of something good for the company, the newly branded company, and I hope that this means that the talent they do have get the pay that they deserve, get paid on time, get the spotlight they deserve. Because, like we've said, when TNA/Impact went through their dark days, might be crap writing, crap storylines, whatever, but there has always been amazing talent from start to finish.
Oh yeah.
So. Hit it, big man.
The D'Angelo Williams and Moose versus Chris Adonis and Eli Drake match, I'm really not that excessively worried about, because D'Angelo Williams being a person who is a wild card in this scenario, I feel may be a distraction from the match. Moose is an excellent in-ring talent. Chris Adonis, Eli Drake, same thing. I'm looking forward to a good match, and I've got a feeling that because it is going to be, hopefully Slammiversary will have the feel-good moments, but by the same token, I have no aversion to the antagonist, the heel, the rule breaker going over and winning in a circumstance like this, but I think they're going to go ahead and put over, I'm going to go ahead and say Moose and D'Angelo Williams get the win. MaBo?
You're not going to even ask, is this D'Angelo person, is that a football player?
Yep.
Basketball player? Okay, I think just for the, like you said, the feel good, hey, we're bringing this guy in, I'm going to have to go with Team Moose.
Pretty much the smart thing on that one. The one match in particular that I am really looking forward to, X Division Championship, 2 out of 3 falls. Sanjay Dutt defends against Low-Key. MaBo?
Now, is this the next gen title on as well? Is this,
X Division. X Division.
Just X Division. Okay, see? I can already see it's going to be too many titles. I think Sanjay Dutterson, I think he's going to keep the title. I think he's going to have a good run. He's going to have a good lengthy run with that belt.
I'm really hoping he does too, but by the same token, I also wonder how long the contract that he signed is, with GFW is for. But from that vantage point, I really hope he holds on to it. I'm going to go ahead and take Sanjay in a win, 2 out of 3 falls. Strap match. EC3 James. Strap match, not strap-on match. EC3 versus James Storm. This match has a lot of potential to be a show stealer, but it also has a potential to be a complete abortion.
I don't think so. I think it's gonna. I'm gonna stick with just the positive. I think I'm supposed to do the show stealer side. The thing you have to ask yourself though is, James Storm. He's up around my age, man. He's late 30s, early 40s. How much longer is he gonna go? I mean, he's been at it for a while. I mean, EC3, not a spring chicken, but he's, I would say at least 5 to 10 years younger than James Storm, and we all, been pretty much following James Storm's career since he walked into TNA, and he's had some matches. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
I mean, nobody can ever forget the Triple X America's Most Wanted feud, and then pretty much any feud he and Bobby Roode went through is beer money with anybody. So could this be sort of James Storm's maybe swan song?
Don't know.
I don't know. I mean, he's definitely an elder statesman in that locker room and in that company. But I've always said this, and people laugh at me, especially my buddy Corey. Always laughs at me when I say that Ethan Carter III, EC3, Michael Bateman. No, wait, what was he in? He was something Bateman. Justin Bateman? Jason Bateman. Anyway, when he was in Derek Bateman, when he was in FCW NXT, he is somebody, regardless of what you say, and he is something, heel or face, I honestly believe he is somebody you could build a company around.
Yeah.
He's got a great look. He's great on the mic. I mean, people, they love to boo him, and sometimes they hate to cheer him. He's shown that he's versatile. I think, like I said, I've always thought that he's just a great person to build a company around. I think this match is going to be awesome as far as the outcome. It is a strap match, and if we're playing into everybody's strengths and weaknesses, James Storm, man. I got to go James Storm on this. Now, is this you got to touch all four corners, or is this just a...
Do not know. They have not
beat
said.
The hell out of you. Once again, TNA, not or former TNA, not with the specifics. So
right.
But either way, I'm going to go James Storm. He's a cowboy, and they like to use leather and straps.
That's one of the worst analogies I've ever heard, but thank you. I'm going EC3 on this one because I believe, even though James Storm would be the sentimental favorite on this one, I believe they're continuing to build for the future and turning the corner for GFW. You have to establish who is going to be your marquee heel. And EC3 is a marquee heel. James Storm has taken so many crap storylines and had to rebuild after situations with the crap storylines. I think this could be still an excellent storyline, and properly built and executed, this could be a phenomenal match. I think that it has the potential to be a really good strap match. It's a gimmick match. There's only so much you can do in something like this. But four-way Impact Wrestling World GWF Tag Team Championship Unification Match. One team has both belts, so it's a damn four-way tag team title defense. Latin American Exchange versus El Hijo de Fantasma and Drago versus Laredo Kid and Garza Jr. versus Namichi Marufuji and Taji. Oh, shit. Ishimori.
Is that how you pronounce that? Is that the Japanese pronunciation?
No, that's my pronunciation, and I botched. Go ahead. 1:30:40. Edit point. Continue,
I'm not sure
Rabbit.
I'm not sure that's how you pronounce his last name, but okay.
What?
I am going to go.
Taiji Ishimori?
I'm going to say, I don't think Marufuji's team is going to go over. I'm going to go ahead and pull them out. LAX is really, I think maybe Reno Scum should have been in there.
That would have been good.
But, yeah, it would have been. I know they're putting a lot behind Laredo Kid and Garza Jr., so I'm going to have to go Laredo Kid, Garza Jr. Now, of course, I say that. Watch them be the first ones eliminated.
I'm going LAX. I'm sticking with LAX.
You're sticking with the new branded LAX?
Pretty much.
Well, they're the ones with both the belts right now, right?
Yep.
Yeah.
Once again,
Okay. All right.
I think they're going to reestablish the franchise heels, plain and simple. Oh, that's right. Hold on. There it is. I was trying to find a music bed, and I had it sitting right here on the damn desktop. Completely slept it. So, of course, that's me. From there, I'm going to be honest with you. The Full Metal Mayhem tag team match, Eddie Edwards and Alicia Edwards versus Davey Richards and Angelina Love. I could give two rat's asses about it. It's an intergender Full Metal Mayhem match. The ladies, I hope, are going to carry their weight. I hope they're going to do an excellent job in this one. I know that we've seen Davey and Eddie 100 times before, even in weapons matches. So this one, I'm honestly just going to go ahead and sit back and say it's Eddie and Alicia. They're going over. MaBo?
Yeah, I'm going to go ahead and agree. Faces go
over. Joseph Park, Jeremy Borash versus Josh Matthews and Scott Steiner. I don't give a damn. I don't care.
Pass.
This is not a Slammiversary match. Pass.
I'm gonna pass, Alex, pass.
Okay. The Knockouts GFW Women's Unification. The Women's Unification title match. Damn it. Rosemary for Impact, Sienna, GFW. MaBo?
As much as Rosemary has just since the decay of decay, I guess. Even then, she was still a standout, but she really stood out now. I still think if you want to talk about somebody you could build on, especially future, I think you could build on both of them. Trust me, you can build on both of them. But it's certain titles, it's the chase. And I think Sienna, Allison Kay, I think she's going to be the one that will be the linchpin, the cornerstone, the pillar in this next generation of women/knockouts for this company. So I'm going to go with her.
I'm going Rosemary. I really do. I think this one's going to play out because I love Allison Kay, AK-47. I love Sienna, tremendous in-ring talent, but I think Rosemary is a good pivot point right now, even though I really think that the women's title should be held by a primary heel in this relaunch point. Screw it. I'm changing my mind. I'm going with Sienna. And in the main event, let's go. Yes.
Okay, so you're going to go with her. Because, either one is a great one to build up.
Yeah, I know. But I think the franchise heel is more important at this point. Rosemary is incredibly over. She does great in the role of the chase. So I think they're going to put the belt on, keep the belt on Sienna, or at least transfer the titles to Sienna. World Championship, GFW. It has been confirmed that Donald Trump will not be in Bobby Lashley's corner tonight, which really sucks because I was really looking forward to that. Bobby Lashley versus Alberto El Patron. Lashley for Impact, AEP for GFW. I pray to God they put the belt on Lashley and not El Patron.
I can just say right now, if for some reason, if Trump was in Lashley's corner against Patron, that would be the best thing ever. It would be so awesome. I not a big fan of Bobby Lashley anyway. Just for some reason, never could glom onto him. I don't even know who the heel and who's the face in this whole thing.
Theoretically, Lashley is the heel. AEP is supposed to be the face, but half the people can't stand El Patron anyway.
Yeah, and I mean, you look at Lashley. He has got such a young little, no pun intended, a baby face. So kind of hard to. But I'm gonna say, if you truly want to make this quote unquote global, you're gonna slap it on the guy who's gonna be taking it to Mexico and the other countries. And I'm gonna go Patron. Could be the, and you can read into the rumors if you want to. Could be the newly single Alberto El Patron. Do your own research. But I'm going to go him. I think he's going to walk away with the belts.
Folks, going to call it a day. MaBo, last call, shameless plugs. Real quick, we're over.
Wait, what was yours?
I said I pray to God they put the belt on Lashley and not El Patron.
Okay. All right. And yes, I know we're always over. Giggity. Nothing. Let's just get out of here. Have a great night. Everybody have a safe, happy 4th of July, Independence Day weekend. And I'm sure Eddie will echo this as well, but thank you once again, Kobald, for coming on.
Oh, hell yeah.
And I hope to see you at Sandemonium.
Excellence Professional Wrestling, August 12th, Sellersville, Pennsylvania.
Yep.
Also,
Chikara, North Carolina next Saturday.
Double bill Saturday. Looking forward to it. Gibsonville. If you get a chance to, check it out, folks. Seriously. At Beyond Ringside on Twitter, Facebook.com/Beyond Ringside Live, ProWrestlingRadio.net, BeyondRingside.com. Easy ways to get in touch with us. Chat room's always open at 24/7 at BeyondRingside.com. If you've heard something we've said that you take issue with or that you want to echo the sentiment of, get in touch with us at Beyond Ringside on Twitter. For me personally, Facebook.com/FastEddieLayne. My home website is FastEddieLayne, LAYNE.com. For my friends in the Central Alabama area, Friday nights, Buffalo Wild Wings, Alabaster, Alabama. If you like to sing or you know someone who does, drop in and say hi. Friday night karaoke kicks off at 9 o'clock p.m. Central Time. We're out of here. Brooks, hope you're having a great holiday and a great family trip. For Mark MaBo Bowman.
As a Kobald said, deuces.
Kobald, love you, brother. Always a pleasure. I'm Fast Eddie Layne saying until next time, adios, das vidania, hasta luego, auf Wiedersehen, ciao, sayonara, adieu, arrivederci, farewell, apacino, au revoir, and until we meet again, aloha means bye-bye. Join us right here next time as we all go Beyond Ringside. Bye for now.